On this episode of KnighTVision News, work doesn't stop for one Middle Georgia State professor after he leaves campus.
Your weekly man on the street with Darius Sullivan. Brendan Harris's Shining Knight. A resource all MGSU students should take full advantage of.
Your local Georgia and Middle Georgia State sports.
Hello and welcome to KnighTVision News. I'm Ashley Powell.
And I'm Cole Avaladas.
For our first story, Shawnice Addison took a trip down to the Writing Center on the Macon campus to find out more information about the services that they offer and how it can benefit students.
As college students, we are expected to write essays, and if essay writing is not your strong suit, like me, you might want to consider coming to the Writing Center, located in the Education Building in room 226.
Hi, I'm Dr. Sharon Colley. I'm the faculty coordinator of the Macon Writing Center. There are a lot of people who are not bad writers, but they may need just a little individual attention to sort of get over that hump from a B to an A or a D to a C. It helps, I think, everyone improve their writing just a little bit, to have some one-on-one discussion of their writing, regardless of what level that you're at.
The Writing Center is a place where students can receive free tutoring services that include providing feedback, proofreading, help with MLA format, and on-demand anti-plagiarism guidance. However, tutors cannot complete a student's assignment for them.
We cannot tell you what grade you might get. We'd love to help you get a good grade, but we can't tell you which grade you'll get. We also try not to do too much technical editing, so we can't go through and find spelling mistakes or anything like that.
So now that you know a little bit more about the Writing Center, don't hesitate to come on by. I am Shawnice Addison with KnighTVision News.
Next up, Brendan Harris went out to find this week's Shining Knight, and here's who he discovered.
My real name is Jaleel, but I go by Gemini. That's Gemini with the J. I'm cool like LL. I'm smooth as ice. I'm twice as nice, and I never had a bad day in my whole life. Yeah, my classification, I'm a junior. I'm about to be a senior next semester, and I should graduate pretty soon. My major is information technology and networking. I learned how to build websites, things of that sort, so it helps sometimes in certain occasions, how to secure my website, things like that. In my spare time, I'm a music engineer, a graphic design artist. I rap, I write songs, things of that sort. Oh, really, what got me into rapping, I started rapping around 8. I started learning how to engineer at 13. What got me into it is pretty much, I saw a music video. It's called Kanye Through the Wire. If you haven't seen that, you need to watch that. And that's what I saw, and it inspired me to do it, and I started ever since. I have a lot of new things coming out. I have a new video about to drop. I have a lot of things that was coming out, but I guess we'll really see. You can find me. My YouTube is Kid Gemini TV, KIDJEMINI TV. I'm on Instagram, Twitter, it's Kid Gemini. That's Gemini with a J. You can find me on all of those.
But I don't think I'm rude enough. Something no more hoes when I see them, gotta be a must. Family and I gotta trust. Through the condom, ride a bus. Guess I was asking to be great, cause y'all my runner up to speed. Everybody on the rust.
Looks like Jaleel has a bright future ahead of him, and we'll be right back after this commercial break.
Welcome back to KnighTVision News. Now let's go to Darius Sullivan as we take a look at local Middle Georgia State and Georgia sports.
Thanks, guys. The women's volleyball team looked to get back on track this past Thursday as they faced Bernal University. Our Lady Knights just came off of a tough loss against the University of Mobile on September the 30th. The girls were focused and determined coming into the matchup against the Lady Tigers of Bernal. The Lady Knights forced the Tigers to commit 24 errors while holding them to a dismal 12% hitting average. The Lady Knights were led by senior Brooklyn Roberts, who had 12 points and 10 kills on the night. Junior Delia Morin had an amazing night also, as she served up 31 aces over the 3 sets. The 2 Florida Gulf Coast transfers could be the spark the girls needed to get the season back on track. The girls went on to win all 3 sets against Bernal, 25-23, 25-20, and 26-24. Next up, the girls head to McKenzie, Tennessee to face off against Bethel University, who sits at 9-2 on the season or on a 3-game winning streak. Good luck to our Lady Knights. Now back to some Georgia national sports. This week, the Atlanta Falcons host the Miami Dolphins coming off of a bye week. They look to get back on track as they lost to the Buffalo Bills right before that bye week, and they get back 3 key players this week: Ricardo Allen, Ryan Schrader, and Julio Jones. And the Georgia Bulldogs, they're looking to continue on a strong season as they face Missouri in their homecoming game. Last week, the Bulldogs dominated the Vanderbilt Commodores and look to continue on a strong season led behind senior running backs Sony Michel and Nick Chubb. Now back to the front desk with Cole and Ashley.
For our next story, Brandon Harris talked with Middle Georgia State professor Jeff Tarver about how he's impacting the youth in the local community.
For some Middle Georgia State professors, work doesn't stop once they leave campus. For Jeffrey Tarver of the Criminal Justice Department has designed an organization to educate the youth on the balance between sports and education. Through his organization, Life League, Jeff Tarver helps guide the youth on a path where they can excel in both academics and athletics.
Life League Coalition is basically the ultimate youth sports experience for kids in grades 3 through 8. And essentially what we're trying to do is we're trying to simulate what it's like to be recruited to college to play sports in college, and also play as a professional. So we just wanted to create this experience for these kids so that once they get to high school, they've already experienced, what it's like to, play at those different levels and also be prepared for what they're going to face, moving forward in high school. The ultimate goal for the league, like I said before, is to prepare them. A lot of times students or student athletes want to play at that next level, want to go pro, while we know the statistics say that it's very unlikely that all of them will actually reach that point. But we want to be able to provide them with that experience at a young age and also prepare them for, those stages in life, be it that, making sure that grades stay up, making sure that, that they use discretion on social media and things of that nature. So, for those kids who want to play at the next level, make sure that they're prepared, in order to get there.
Jeff Tarver's Life League organization has taken on a positive influence in the Central Georgia area. With KnighTVision News, I'm Brandon Harris.
And here's Darius Sullivan with this week's Man on the Street.
What's going on, KnighTVision News? It's your boy Darius Sullivan. We're back with another episode of Man on the Street. On this week's episode, we'll be going around asking faculty and students what do they think about the concealed carry policy on campus, and also what is their dream destination. Let's find out now.
So far, it seems like it hasn't been, much of a problem, so I guess it's all right as it is, but, there's always that chance in the future that some incident could pop up or something.
To each his own, to be honest, because I know when I'm 21, I'm carry, but I don't think I'm carry on campus, but, people feel more comfortable with having their own protection on them.
Mine is Scotland, because I went on study abroad for 2 weeks this past summer to Scotland, and I fell in love with it, and I want to go back, because it's better than anything in the world.
I would love to say that I want to go back to France, which I do, but my dream destination is probably Japan. It's pretty much where I've always wanted to go.
Plenty of places, but just off top, Africa, Ghana, West Africa.
So when I think about places I want to go, you could make a whole list ranging from like Hawaii to like the backpacking across Europe. Definitely, I think a warmer climate is going to be great. So I think there'd be some beautiful sights in South America.
My dream destination would be Bora Bora, and I want to go there with my husband for like a honeymoon. I think it's beautiful and it looks calm and amazing, so I want to go there.
Thank you for joining us for this week's edition of KnighTVision News. This has been Ashley Powell
and Cole Avalos.
We'll see you next time.